Instacart announced last month it was hiring 300,000 new personal shoppers as the demand for grocery delivery services skyrockets across the U.S. But the workforce behind this company has expressed concerns over their health and safety as they try to do their job. One Portland woman was among several other workers pushing for a nationwide strike against Instacart. Heidi Carrico joins us live via Skype this morning to talk about the strike, how the company ended up responding, and her ongoing efforts to support gig workers' rights. Heidi, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We appreciate you chatting with us. Now, I know it's probably been a very busy and stressful time for you over the last few weeks. As an Instacart shopper, how are you doing?
Honestly, I'm exhausted. Um, so, along with shopping every day, I'm also organizing, and that's taken a lot out of me. I've not actually been shopping Instacart because we're on strike, but I have my own business, so I also am shopping with that.
Gotcha. Now, I know Instacart has been in the process of making some changes since this strike began last week. Let's explain to people, what safety measures are you pushing for, and what steps have they maybe taken so far or are considering?
We're asking them for gloves, hand sanitizers, and masks. They have promised that they will send them out to us. That remains to be seen. We've tried to order the hand sanitizer, and they're telling us mid-April. And I'm not sure, I haven't tried to order the other stuff that they have said that they'll supply, which is supposed to be gloves, masks, a thermometer, and hand sanitizer. It's my understanding that they're not going to be available for a couple of weeks, although we're allowed to order them.
And these were not things that were at all in place before, right? I think maybe people might not realize that as an Instacart shopper, you're technically kind of a contracted employee. Is that how it works?
We're actually considered independent contractors, although I think there's 4 states now that have ruled that we're misclassified because of some of the rules they set in place, and the fact that we don't set our own pay scale. So I think it's New York, California is working on it, and there's 2 other states that I can't remember. But here we're considered independent contractors. So it's kind of, we're in a weird spot, because, as I said, we don't set our own rates. They set our rates.
Right. And what are some of these gig workers, what position are they being put in right now to be an independent contractor, to be obviously in a very unstable time economically here and to be needing that money? Do you feel like people are having to choose between their safety and getting a paycheck?
Absolutely. Especially in grocery stores right now. I mean, it is starting to thin out. There are fewer people in there. But there's still families going out shopping as if it's spring break or they're on vacation. Social distancing is getting better. There are a few stores that are mandating it. They have people walking around saying, "You guys are too close, move apart." But Fred Meyer's is not one of them. But I'm noticing fewer people in the store, which is really good. That's a good thing to see.
Yeah, I've noticed at some stores, some of those plexiglass things being put up at the register. What other kinds of safety measures have you noticed different shops taking?
There's dots on the floor they're 6 feet apart at the cash registers.
Yeah.
Cashiers will tell people, you need to step back. Don't pull don't pull up so close to the person in front of you.
Yeah.
I see them wiping down the belts all the time. Lots of hand sanitizer, wearing masks.
And Heidi, we're almost out of time. Real quickly, I just wanted to ask you about Gig Workers Collective. I know you're the co-founder of this group, so tell us quickly just kind of what the mission is behind here, because I know it's not just Instacart shoppers. We have drivers and other delivery people as well that are part of this gig economy.
Gig Workers Collective has been working for quite a while before this happened, to work on the rights and the pay and the benefits for gig workers, and kind of to bring some of the issues to the forefront that a lot of people don't know about. A lot of people assume that we're paid minimum wage, for instance, and we're just not. So that's what we work on, is fairness towards gig workers. It's a huge part of our economy. I think it's 25%.
Absolutely, yeah. Issues that are important now more than ever. Heidi, thank you so much. We appreciate you talking with us this morning, and we'll have some information on coin.com too about Gig Workers Collective.